We have over 250 unique insights per location in the US and Canada, but we don't expose all of that, right? So maybe a commercial real estate developer will want to get all of those because they want to ingest all those insights into their models. But for home buyers, it's not that pertinent. So again, we turn that into location scores, and they can be like walkability. So it's not only like how far you are from another place, but also like how pleasant is that walk.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Max Leblond, Head of Marketing at Local Logic. Max, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Andrew. How are you?
I'm excellent. I appreciate you spending some time with us on Business Ninjas. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and about Local Logic.
Right. So, well, first, thank you for having me. I'm Max Leblond. And if you hear an accent, it's because I'm originally from France. I moved to Canada to study at McGill University, where I also played varsity soccer. So before diving into my professional life, soccer is a big part of who I am. I played at a high level throughout my life, and it taught me a lot about discipline, teamwork, and leadership. And alongside soccer, I've always had a passion for reading, writing, and technology. So I was always an early adopter of social media platforms. And like many people my age, I actually learned HTML because I wanted my MySpace profile to look great. And I've always been curious about the next big thing in tech. And it's that natural inclination and interest that led me to start my marketing career, and particularly within the tech world. So I've been in the B2B marketing space for almost 10 years now. And I've been fortunate to work across various functions, so digital, product, communications, and virtually all my jobs had to do with AI and smart cities. So from IoT asset management, building technology, and even self-driving cars. And currently, I serve as the head of marketing at a prop tech company called Local Logic, based out of Montreal, Canada. And one thing I absolutely love about my career path is that while I got to work at some of the most cutting edge companies out there, I still had to deal with audiences who knew very little about technology. So the importance of education within the context of digital transformation is something that really, really resonates with me. So onto the fun stuff. Local Logic is a location intelligence company based in Montreal, Canada, catering to the real estate industry. So basically, we generate granular location insights that help drive better informed real estate decisions. So on the residential real estate side of things, we are a B2B2C company. So our clients are primarily brokerages and MLSs, so multiple listing services. But the users are actually either the agents themselves trying to showcase their local expertise, or of course, home buyers and renters. And on the commercial side, we work with developers, investors, as well as local governments. So we know there are many real estate technology companies out there, but what we do is really unique in that we quantify everything outside the four walls of a property. So we are not concerned with property data. That segment of the industry is already taken care of. Lots of companies doing a great job there. But that is precisely why we exist, because location on the other side is an essential part of every real estate decision, but has yet to reach the same robustness, if you will.
Well, hey, in this country, we always say location, 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 right? It is everything. You can have the most beautiful home in the world. If you drop it in a neighborhood that you don't want to walk out your door, those four walls aren't appealing to you for very long. So I appreciate that. And first of all, say hello to my place of birth. I was born in Montreal. I didn't have the luxury of growing up there. My family moved to the States when I was tiny, but I love Montreal and have much family there still. What's the origin story of Local Logic? When did they come into to be? How long they've been in business?
So Local Logic was founded in 2015 by our three co-founders. They met at McGill University's Graduate School of Urban Planning. So yeah, McGill University is the big theme of our company.
That is where my father
And
went. Yeah.
so there you go. There you go. And while they were in school, they were basically all wondering the same thing. How can we build cities better? And very quickly, something became obvious. The real estate industry was investing huge amounts of money based largely on intuition and virtually no data backing. And the consequences of these decisions, not only impacted financial outcomes, but had profound implications on urban livability, wellness, sustainability. So together, they envisioned a world where property investments were not just gambles, but informed choices. So the goal was very ambitious, to quantify the intangible, the very essence of a place on a granular level. So not just neighborhoods, but specific addresses. And that's how Local Logic was born, really, at the crossroads between urban planning, real estate, and data science. So the company began its journey in Montreal, and as the months turned to years, what started as a local project expanded to 10 major Canadian cities and then exploded into a massive project to map 1,000 US cities in just 6 months. And over time, we attracted major logos such as, like CB Bain, Century 21, Kijiji Remax, you name it, as well as large industry investors. And we actually just raised our Series B. And today, Local Logic offers really unparalleled insights into over 250 million unique addresses across the US and Canada. So so that's a lot. There's a lot of data in the back end, but so yeah, from really helping individuals find their dream homes to guiding commercial real estate giants in their multi-billion-dollar decisions, our insights are reshaping how we perceive and interact with urban spaces. And at the heart of it all, remains a dream to really transform our cities into better, more informed living spaces. And if you ever come back to Montreal, and I know you haven't been here in a while, Montreal is very much an example of one of those modern cities. And despite our very long winters, like urban planning is very important here. It's a very walkable city. There's a lot of bike paths that are used in the winter, so in the middle of a snowstorm. So yeah, you should definitely come back for a visit.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit more specifically about the data that you aggregate. I assume we're talking about things like school systems and crime rates and things like that. How far do you go into local data? What subjects you covering?
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. So we, as I was mentioning, on the residential real estate side of things, we are a B2B2C company. So again, our clients are primarily brokerages and MLSs, but the users they're very different. So we need a lot of different data sets. So we operate. I'm just going to take a step back. We operate on two foundational principles. So first, like location shapes lives. So, and you mentioned it earlier, like where you choose to live, shop, or even establish your business can deeply affect everything from your daily commute to the social circle you keep, right? And it's really profound how our surroundings mold our daily experiences. But the problem is that articulating location value is very, very difficult. So while, again, most people acknowledge that certain locations have a certain, je ne sais quoi, putting a tangible value to that special something can be very difficult. So for instance, why might one street be more attractive than another one just 2 blocks away, right? And there's many potential reasons for that, from proximity to amenities to simple aesthetic appeal and even the vibe of a place. So what we do is we ingest something like 85 billion data points on a lot of different. So we have thousands of different data sets. They can be public, such as census data. They can be through partnerships. So we have crime, we have climate. And then we also have our own proprietary data. So we ingest the data, we normalize it, and then we transform it into location scores. So basically, instead of trying to lump everything into one score, which some companies are doing, but the problem is that it can be very limiting. So we use a more nuanced approach with 18 different scores that delve into various aspects of the location. And what truly makes us stand out from the pack is our unique street segment approach. So instead of broad neighborhood evaluations or imposing grid systems like some competitors that I will not name, we focus on segments of streets, giving us a really hyper detailed, tangible perspective. And what gives our analysis extra weight is the background of our founders, right? Their expertise as urban planners is not just a footnote; it's our secret sauce. And it's crucial to understand that, right? We aren't just churning out data. We're providing insights that are shaped by professionals with hands-on experience in understanding cities, neighborhoods, and the intricacies of livability. So essentially, every piece of insights we offer is developed with a deep understanding that's really tough to find elsewhere.
Well, as far as city planning is concerned, to anybody who has never been to Montreal, you're talking about a place with an extreme winter and plenty of places to walk and shop underground in the middle of a blizzard. It's just fine. They've done quite a job. Or, for instance, my brother's wedding was in the month of February in Montreal, 19 inches of snow. The next morning, it was gone. And my wife didn't understand what had just happened. Well, the answer is you push it into the St. Lawrence and you move on to the next day because that's what they're doing, right? There are city planners. We're in a place that has a winter. Let's do what we got to do.
That's right.
Now, you've told us how you stand out from your competition, and it sounds like, I believe you rattled off the number 86 billion data points. Is that?
That's right.
That's sort of a phenomenal number to be chewing on. I know we talked the other day, you guys get so specific that even something as air quality in a neighborhood, if you're downwind from a factory or things like that. So this is as specific data as you're ever going to get, kind of thing.
Yeah, listen, so basically, and it's kind of the challenge with a lot of data companies, right? To your point, we have over 85 billion data points, but no one cares about data. No one cares about being overwhelmed with data. It's about packaging it in a way that resonates with people. So we have over 250 unique insights per location in the US and Canada, but we don't expose all of that, right? So maybe a commercial real estate developer will want to get all of those because they want to ingest all those insights into their models. But for home buyers, it's not that pertinent. So again, we turn that into location scores, and they can be like walkability. So it's not only like how far you are from another place, but also like how pleasant is that walk, right? What's the canopy level, right? Do you have nice sidewalks? Is it just, or are you walking next to a 6-lane highway? Those are very different experiences, right? And while, Google Maps might tell you like, well, yeah, you can walk there in 4 minutes. It's like, but is it walkable, right? And again, those are very, very different experiences. And that's why we always say that what we're trying to do is quantify, the sense of a place. What is it like to live there? So let's say, I know you used to be in California, now you moved out east, in the context of relocation, you don't know anything about the new area. You know what you like, but you don't know necessarily what it's going to be like to live there. So we're trying to give that visibility over like really, again, very turning things are not tangible into things you can, into insights you can trust.
Our experience in that move you just described feeds into your data set, meaning Google Maps did not provide any sort of tangible. As a matter of fact, it was almost a deterrent. If you look at a map, we now live in the woods, kind of in a little cul-de-sac here, but we are within a mile as the crow flies from a number of motels and hotels because we live near, Colonial Williamsburg, which is a big tourist area. In LA, if you look at a map and you have 10 motels within half a mile of the place you're looking at, you move to another location. It is not exactly walking friendly or children and all that kind of stuff. Here, it's lovely. These are tourists that are coming to visit Colonial Williamsburg. But when you look on a Google Maps, that data is not aggregated in such a way that makes real sense. So I completely understand your approach. That makes a lot of sense to me. Let's shift gears, talk about the last couple of years. They've been very challenging for most businesses in terms of COVID. And I know that Quebec locked things down at a level that was far beyond the United States. So tell me about the challenges and opportunities and how you managed to sustain the company and grow through COVID.
Yeah, so definitely an interesting experience. But we were fortunate as a company to raise our Series A in 2020, right? So despite everything, we rapidly made the decision to go. I mean, we had no choice to go full remote, but we really embraced that and saw it as an opportunity to maybe expand our footprint across North America. So again, we experienced significant growth with many partnerships with major real estate players. Really like our team in the US is located everywhere from DC, Atlanta, LA, really all over the place because we know it's a major market for us. As I mentioned earlier, we also recently announced our Series B. So we've expanded our team by over 50% this year alone. So again, like I could go into the details of living, but I feel like we've all done that already. We know we're trying to forget about all that thing. That kind of growth that we had in the past few years, it really shows the demand and trust in what we offer. We're working, as I mentioned earlier, with some big names in real estate, and virtually every large player in the US and Canada now relies on our location insight. And it's not just businesses, every day people are using LocalLogic. Like we're so proud to have over 15 million monthly active users, right? So that's 15 million people every month who trust us to help them make important decisions about where to live or invest. And yeah, for most people, it is the biggest financial decisions of their lives. So if you think of LocalLogic as, I don't know, that super smart friend who knows everything about neighborhoods, well, that friend is becoming more and more popular and is helping a lot of people make better choices. So we're not just a small operation out of Montreal. We're really a growing tech provider that's making a big impact in the US and Canada.
Excellent. All right, let's put on your marketing hat for a second. What role has content played in the growth of LocalLogic?
So that's a great question. Content for us, it's been a game changer. We have an incredible content manager, and she's curated a strategy that deeply connects with our different audiences' core needs. So say you're a home buyer and you're searching for the top 10 family-friendly neighborhoods in Vancouver. I remember that one because it actually exists. Or the 5 best neighborhoods for young professionals in Brooklyn, then you'll find our content. And it offers, valuable and really unique insights. And this article, not only do they serve the reader's interest, but they have the added advantage of driving significant traffic to our website. So again, it's very product led. It's very unique because it's using our own insights and we all know that Google loves a unique perspective. And we also write in-depth customer case studies that we leverage in a bunch of different ways at many stages of the sales cycle. So not only at the top of the funnel, but to guide those very long sales conversations. And our content is really all about positioning LocalLogic as an authority in the industry. So by consistently sharing knowledge, insights, and data-driven findings, we've elevated ourselves as thought leaders in the space. So, this thought leadership isn't just about writing article. It also extends to our public relations initiatives and active participation in industry conferences. So we work with a PR agency. They're great. They're based out of New York. And we're constantly sending them, like new articles or like new, reports that we might have put together. And, we were featured in the Washington Post, in Fortune, right? There's a lot of appetite for those, again, unique, data-driven articles. So, our consistent content output really reinforces our brand's value prop. So whether it's someone looking to move to a new neighborhood or a big real estate company looking for deeper insights into urban trends, they will know that LocalLogic is a name they can trust. So yeah, our content marketing isn't just a tool for customer acquisition. It's really a strategic pillar for our brand's long-term growth and authority in the industry.
Amen. You speak our language. All right. Look down the road a year. What are some things you'd like to be celebrating personally and professionally?
So my partner is finishing med school, and we don't know where we're going to live next year because her residency will start. So like just finding a new home wherever it is and being happy, and making sure that she's happy with wherever she ends up will be a big win. I'm also finishing my MBA in May, so just got to make sure I graduate. So that's really personal. But as a company, I'm hoping to really celebrate the commercial success and industry-wide adoption of our new direct-to-consumer offering. We've been pouring our hearts and souls into crafting an industry-first product that adds even more value to home seekers. So, imagine a tool that doesn't just help you find a house, but it truly helps you find a home, a place that resonates with your values, with your lifestyle, your aspirations. So that's what we're aiming for with this offering. And I'm being cryptic because, it's still, a work in progress. And if we play our cards right, and given, what we've seen so far, the trajectory we're on, I wouldn't be surprised if we're not just talking about an offering, but launching an entire D2C brand dedicated to serving home seekers directly. Obviously it's ambitious, but with the talent and passion our team brings, it's a dream I believe we can make a reality. So, here's to hoping that a year from now, product becomes synonymous with home seeking, a must-have tool in every individual's journey to find the perfect place to call home.
Excellent. Hey, what's a bigger or more important decision than where you're planting your stake, right?
That's right.
It's a lofty goal, but I wish you all the best in achieving it. Please tell us, what's your URL? Where can people find LocalLogic, and what social media outlets are you using these days as well?
Yeah, you can find us at locallogic.co. So CO, not COM, just locallogic.co. And we've done a great job with our website. You can play with our products. You can type in your own address, see what's insights. We limit the number of insights because, we have to do it. But if you want to see, demographics data, like who lives around where I live, and, all those things, like we have all of that so you can play. And we also have tons of fascinating content, as I mentioned earlier, about most major metros in North America. So if you want to find, what's happening in Houston or Toronto, you'll probably be able to find some good good nuggets there. And for social media, we are primarily on LinkedIn. We're trying our best to be consistent on Instagram, but it's a lot of work. And Twitter to a certain extent, but LinkedIn is really where you will find us post the most. Yeah.
Max Leblond of Local Logic, thank you so much for spending some time with Business Ninjas, and thank you for what you do. It's an invaluable service. I wish you and yours and Local Logic all the best in the future.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.